I wake up every minute with the fever dreams. I push the mind to a limit where it needs to be. I work blind, got vision I don't need to see. I'm picking mind over matter, I believe in me. I need to find more hours in the day to breathe. Need to find more power in the way I be. And when my mind turns sour with the painful scenes, I need to scream out loud, I can't stop me.
Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another banger video.
Oh, brother!
This isn't a reaction. Why, you ask? Well, because Toei is crazy as hell. I wouldn't dare do any reactions to any Toei content.
Move this man!
They will kick me off of YouTube and take my house. They'll do that. Toei's crazy. Instead, I am going to be reviewing Dragon Ball Daima, which is the latest entry in the Dragon Ball anime, set between Dragon Ball Z and Dragon Ball Super. This is a brand new story, a brand new tale in the Dragon Ball lore. A lot of people are not happy about it. I can't say myself included. The animation really spoke to me. It looks very good. But I can understand why some people aren't happy about it, because it does seem like a rehashing of Dragon Ball GT so far. The only similarities being most of the cast have been turned into kids, just like Goku was turned into a kid in Dragon Ball GT. I can kind of consider this Akira Toriyama's last hurrah and his version of Dragon Ball GT. But that kind of makes things a little complicated, because I've heard that Dragon Ball GT is considered canon, which then makes that even more complicated, because how the hell is Dragon Ball GT considered canon? Doesn't make too much sense. But considering that Dragon Ball does mess with time and different time variants, they could make it canon just in another time variant. But I think I'm getting ahead of myself. So the episode starts with these two main characters whose name I'm not even going to try to remember. Degrassi and Ranma. I have to watch it a few extra times.
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I barely remember real people's names, so yeah. They're in the Demon Realm. This is a new location that I'm pretty sure I've heard about in Dragon Ball, but
shit, I don't even know. Like, I can't even tell you that.
They're looking at all of the events of Dragon Ball Z, well, towards the end of the Buu saga. And this is a cool way of recapping the events of Z with brand new animation. I really enjoyed this, man. It made me want them to just do a movie where they just kind of go through the entire Dragon Ball series, but with this high quality animation. I would love to see that. It doesn't even really have to be a show. If it was a show and it all looked like that, I'd be happy. But they could just do a movie or something. I'm down for Daima, if not only because of these scenes right here. I do think that this episode had some really great animation, and it got into some really good lore that I'm really interested in learning about. I like the interactions with the characters. Goku and Vegeta had a funny interaction. I do like how later series of Dragon Ball really play into their interactions and things. I think this is going to do this a lot more. And we got to see them battle it out, and real good animation. And we got to learn a little bit about the fusion earrings and the reasoning behind why Goku and Vegeta unfused from Vegeto's form, which is some new lore that I don't know if it's been retconned or not. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, it's new lore. It's official. So there's reasoning. We got to see the Supreme Kai and Kibito separate again. Just very interesting. So this is a very intriguing series to get into. I really want to know how they're going to work with this. I'm happy because the show seems to dive into adventure rather than just fighting. It seems like it's going to have more story behind this normal Dragon Ball, kind of like how Dragon Ball Super Broly had a lot more story to it than the typical Dragon Ball movie of there is a threat and the main Z fighters have to see the threat and defeat the villain, and then that's it, and we don't even get nothing. Dragon Ball Super Broly dives into their personalities and emotions a lot more, which I believe that this series is going to do. That's why the animation is literally movie quality. It's close to Dragon Ball Super Broly. But I'm going to love to see this because the characters are getting depowered, so they're going to be a lot weaker, which is going to mean that things are going to be a lot more difficult. We're going to get a lot more stakes in this one, you know. Keep in mind that the only thing I don't like is that we kind of already know what's going to happen. I don't really like prequels like that because you know what's going to happen. So you know this is going to lead to Z unless they do some type of time variant thing. Anybody that's doubting Dragon Ball Daima, or just Dragon Ball Daima, I think you should give it a shot. It's pretty interesting. This is coming from a guy that kind of has been off Dragon Ball for a while. Dragon Ball was my second favorite anime for a long time. Super, I was very psyched when it came out. I was very psyched when Battle of the Gods came out. I was one of the people that packed the theaters when it came out in America. But after a while, I just kind of got tired of it a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I still love the original Dragon Ball, but this seems kind of revigorating, you know? Seems like they're getting the adventure back, and that's the one thing that I liked about Toriyama's Dragon Ball. He focused more on adventure, interesting lore, and creativity, while Toei's Dragon Ball was more so just straight battles. Or Shonen Jump's Dragon Ball was more so straight battles. I guess because that's what sold, you know what I mean? This is more Dragon Ball than Dragon Ball Z, if that makes any sense. Kind of like how Super was more Dragon Ball than Dragon Ball Z. Let me know if you get that. But anyway, that's just my rant on Dragon Ball Daima. I think if you're thinking about not watching this because you don't want to see another version of GT, I think you should give this a shot. This is a lot better than GT. I'm not really a fan of GT because GT seemed flat. It didn't really seem like the same series. The characters just, I don't know, they just didn't feel like Dragon Ball characters to me. This feels more like Dragon Ball, like I said before. But this is only the first episode, and we don't really get to see the Z Fighters as much. It's more the villains that they're focused on and setting up what's going to happen in the next couple episodes. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I have high hopes for this. But let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you going to watch Dragon Ball Daima? Are you not? Are you even still here? Did you click off yet? And if you want to see more reviews like this, let's get some likes going on and some comments in the comment box. You know what I mean? Did you watch Dragon Ball Daima? And let me know if you liked it, and let me know if you didn't and why. All right, I ain't got nothing else to say. I'm about to just get out of here. Peace.
Bye, guys. You know, Goku would be great material for my next stand-up routine. Ooh! I just realized it'd be a lot faster to get there this way.